Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, July 8th. It's been a few days since I've done a recap on the market, so I will start off with July 3rd. On July 2nd, I drew this 198 even number level. July 2nd, July 3rd, we take a closer look here. The high on the first 10-minute candle here, as you can see, we gapped up from July 2nd to July 3rd. The high here was 197.99. The next candle 197.98. The high here was 197.97. It took about from 6:30 to about 8:20. This finally broke through that 198 even number. It made a new high of 198.29 and came right back into that 198 level towards the end of the day. The markets closed early here for the 4th of July holiday. This is why that looks a bit weird. Following that day, July 7th, the markets gapped down a bit and closed flat for the most part. Here you go. So they opened here. They did close down, but not a whole lot of action here. July 7th, and here is July 8th today. There we go. A nice gap down with some follow through, and finally getting a bounce at around 9:20 this morning. Overall, the market closed down $1.27 on the spiders. If you look at the daily chart, this did come right into this 20-day moving average. That is at 195.77. Today's low was 195.76, right down to that penny. And you can see our uptrending line that I've had drawn in there for quite some time there. That's a few cents off of the low today. So this bounce was expected off the 20. I'd like to see what this does tomorrow, if we get some follow through, or if tomorrow is a bounce day. All right, moving on. Facebook. This one closed down 3.8%. As you all know in my videos, we talked about this uptrending line. We said as long as this does not break that line, this was still okay. That broke here on July 7th, and you finally saw some follow through to the downside. And again, this is your 50-day moving average. This bounced a little bit. It went lower than that, but still managed to close above that 50-day moving average. Moving right on to Twitter. Twitter closed down 7%. I wish I'd play the puts on this one today. I did not catch this move today. We talked about this 42.92 level as resistance. That level so far has played out very well. You will find some support on Twitter here at 36.10. If you see here, that is where your 50-day moving average. Currently, it is at 35.99. So we'll say 36, even number, anywhere from 36 to 36.10. I think you will find some support short term on Twitter. Next up, GDX. I am bullish on this one here. There we go. The main reason is, let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Here's a descending line. This has closed above that downtrending line. This is an inverse head and shoulder pattern also. My first target is 31.90 on this. Moving right on to, before I I get off of this one closed up 1.81% today. Again, I am bullish on GDX. Next up, Pandora. I didn't shoot a video on this one, but if you guys follow me on Twitter, I will provide my Twitter name in the description box. But I did post this on Twitter on July 3rd, the evening of July 3rd, I believe. Might have been the 2nd, but you guys could look it up. My first level on Pandora, I was bearish on this, was 28.39. My second level was 26, even number. Again, this closed down 7.3% today, clearly closing below my 26 level. This closed at 25.79. Let's take a closer look here on Pandora 10-minute time frame. Here we go. So first level 28.39 on July 7th, yesterday. A nice down move. Bounced just a bit here, right here. Broke through that level, came back, revisited that level. Again, previous resistance, previous support becomes resistance now if you're looking for a down move. This was support here, and now it became resistance here, and you'll see it followed through very nice. Today, we went right into this 26 even number. We did have a small bounce here for about 30 minutes or so, and then made a low of 25.03 and closing right back at 25.80, a little below our 26 level there on Pandora. This did manage to close above the 50-day moving average, so we'll see if this is if we see a bounce tomorrow on most of these stocks after having a brutal move to the downside. Next up, Tesla. Tesla, I want to get rid of my fib levels here. As you all know, we talked about this 244.28 level. This has pulled back very nice off of that level, so I want to get rid of that. There we go. Tesla closed down 1.61% today, closing at 219.07. Our level here sits at 218.35, so it did find some support here, at least in the short term. You will find more support down here at around 210.18 and your 50-day moving average. Next up, let's see here. LinkedIn. This one too, nice move to the downside. This one closed down 6% today, closing right at the 50-day moving average. That sits at 158.65. LinkedIn closed at 158.67, 2 cents above the 50-day moving average. Again, this should be some short-term support, which is why I'd like to see if we see a bounce in a lot of these stocks, which took a big hit today. Next up, this one, last one, PRAN. This one finally closed above this 235 level. I talked about this line here. This stock did come back and test or revisit that line here today, as a matter of fact. This managed to close up 3%, closing at 239. So again, a quick overview on this one. This was our line of resistance, 235. If we look at the, let's take a look at the hourly chart. There we go. All right, 235. It tried that here on June 19th, failed, pulled back right into that uptrending line here. Tried again here on about June 30th, July 1st, failed. kept hammering here on July 7th, yesterday. Failed, did not manage to close above that level. And finally today, this closed above the 235. Tomorrow is an important day for this one to see if this could close above 235 again and close higher than today's close of 239. My first target is 271 on PRAN. So this one should be interesting this week. And that's all I had for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.